The chickens left the plants alone in these beds all summer, and just this last few days they decided to come in here and make a big old mess. They have trampled it down, they've broken stuff, they have left half-eaten tomatoes. Yeah, I see you there, Missy. So it's a big mess. Look at this, look at this. They trampled down and broke my marigolds. Alright, so we're just gonna rip out all of these plants. The tomatoes, the squash. We do have a little baby squash trying to grow. Well, we did anyway. I don't know if you can see all those little marks in it. The chickens got at that one too. So we're gonna just rip them all out because we need to get the layer on the beds. It is bedding that we pulled out of the chicken coop over the spring and summer, and it's been sitting out here. So we're gonna get a layer of that on to kind of sit there and break down over the winter. But there's really no point in trying to see if any of the rest of these tomatoes, which is unfortunate, there's a lot of them, but there's no point in seeing if the rest of these tomatoes are going to ripen, because we are getting down to freezing or just below freezing tonight. Yeah, tomatoes don't like freezes. So we're gonna go ahead and rip it all out. I'm a little bit sad, but the chickens have made such a mess of it that it's almost pointless to leave it anyway. So we're gonna rip it all out, get the stuff on the beds, and then we've got to do some other chores to get stuff ready for our first freeze. Guys, do you see that monster? It's huge. Look at it next to my hand. It's huge. Ugh. I haven't seen any other ones, but if there's that one, I'm sure there's more on here. Hopefully the chickens will enjoy eating them. Ew. The beds are empty. We went through and got out any little tomatoes. I don't want any surprises next year. Got this whole thing that we're going to take over and dump in front of the chicken coop and let them kind of pick through and see if there's anything they want to eat. Over here, I am not going to be doing a layer in this bed. As you can see, if you can see in there, I've got some greens growing. I'm going to see if I can do baby greens in here over the winter. So for the freeze tonight, I'm going to take this piece of tin and put it over. It fits perfectly over the top. Hopefully that'll protect them from anything that may try to kill them, because I'm really hoping we get some greens in here this winter. If we don't, I have an alternative option, but I'm really hoping that it works out in here. The geese seem to think that we have a treat. I don't know if they're gonna like any of this. Alright, dump it out. There we go. They're so loud. Trying to see if I can see that nasty hornworm. Hopefully one of the chickens will eat it. You gonna come eat it? You gonna try? Go ahead, Ethel. There's lots of little green tomatoes on there, unfortunately. We did get them in really late this year. There's a ton of tomatoes. I don't know if you can see them all, but there's so many tomatoes on here. But a lot of them have little bite marks out of them because of the chickens. Baby figs on here. I highly doubt they're gonna make it through the freeze, unfortunately. But for having just been put in this year, this fig has been pretty phenomenal. Both of them have given us a good amount of figs. Alright, so these guys are injured duck. She is actually starting to look better. She's still limping, but doing better. But we're going to give them some straw since it's going to be cold tonight. I'm not ready to integrate her. You can go ahead. I'm not ready to integrate her in with the main flock yet. Settle down, babies. We're going to do this as quick as we can. Just try to get them a good layer of straw so they can kind of bed down in it tonight and not be too cold. The ducks actually last winter did great. They had bedding and we didn't use a heat lamp. They were in a 3-sided shelter and they did fantastic. But especially with this one injured, I just want to make sure that they're good to go. I know you don't like us messing around. Try to grab like just that last big huge chunk out of the wheelbarrow there and get that tossed in, and then they can mess with it. They'll spread it out as they want to. There you go, guys. Sorry. Alright, so they've got straw. See, they're going to get on there and they're going to spread it out and make it cozy so they'll have a nice warm spot tonight. So they're grabbing another wheelbarrow of straw. So we went and put straw in the dog houses to keep them cozy, and then we gave some to the ducks in the one cage, and we're going to go put some in the duck enclosure for the main group of ducks. We got this all raked in. Now before anyone flips out and says like that's not broken down enough, it's okay. This is, we've done probably about this much I think, plus the straw that's been on here all summer with the plants just as kind of like a mulch. And what we're going to do is next year, you can see how low this is, and as it rains over the winter and it starts to break down, it'll get even lower. So next year the plan was we're going to get a small load of really good quality garden soil. The soil that we got to fill these with was really, really terrible soil. I didn't know until we got it, and we'd already picked it up, and it was kind of stressful getting it picked up because the guy we got it from was kind of a jerk. Just being really honest here, but anyway, it was basically very, very heavy clay soil. It was really not worth what we paid for it, I don't think, but so we're just trying to build our soil up. So we're going to put this in here over the winter, and then come spring, we're going to get a layer of really good garden soil in here, and just kind of layering stuff in. So this is where the ducks sleep a lot of the time. If the weather's not great, we've got these big roofing pieces here. It's not permanent, but it worked for over the summer. So we're just putting some straw under here just so they have a little bit more, you know, just kind of a nice cozy place to cuddle down in tonight because it's going to be chilly. There we go. We got a layer in there. They will be totally fine. The ducks are actually really quite hardy. They don't need much. As I said, this isn't for all winter. This is just to kind of get us through this first really cold night. And there's a ton of them. They'll all pile in there and be all nice and warm with each other. We are going to my parents today. They have a little orchard, just a little like personal orchard, and they're what are they called? The Arkansas Black apples are ready. So we're gonna go pick those so that they don't get lost to a freeze. So we're trying to rush around and get all this done this morning. Oh, quick update. I know I said I was gonna do a video explaining about downsizing our chicken duck flock, and I haven't done that yet, sorry. We gave away 2 of our Ancona ducks, the black and white ones, because all 6 of them are boys, unfortunately. They're all drakes. And then we also gave away 2 of our roosters. One of our naked necks, and then Lucky. If you guys have been around long enough to know Lucky's story, we thought Lucky was a girl. a really long-legged, oddly stanced girl. I think I was just trying to convince myself that Lucky was a girl so that I could keep her, that Lucky was a him. Lucky started crowing, so Lucky went to a new home. So anyway, I'll try to see if I can film while I'm at my parents', so you guys can see their beautiful little apple trees.